Okay, new week, new weekly. It is what, Tuesday, September 23rd. So here's the new weekly. Hellfire once again. I'm not mad about it, but I have a feeling that we're gonna be seeing a lot of reruns again. I don't know who I wanted to run today since I ran the medic last week. Hellfire is like not a bad one. I mean, it's fun, but I'm not as you would say. I would rather have something new because obviously KF3 is like pretty much done for me, so to say. Like you can say it's I pretty much 100%ed the game essentially. Oh, Trader's here. And essentially, and it's just like, I mean, I have fun with it from time to time, but I do want to be able to, play something new, like, obviously they could do, like, they could reuse the other, how would you say it? The other mutations, and which they are doing since Hellfire is new. I'm staying inside for now because I'm not dealing with the Husks Fireball at the moment. They're not fun to deal with, and it's not, like, I mean, it's not a big deal. Did he just push me? Okay, well. And so, essentially, I mean, Husks are just more of a nuisance, and, like, they're a bit more annoying than usual, obviously, but it's whatever. But yeah, I mean, I feel like they could have done something different this week, but obviously, no date yet, as of September 23rd, but I mean, we'll see, I guess. I mean, that's the only really thing I really am hoping to see come out soon, but obviously, we won't be getting any communication about it, which kind of sucks. But I mean, they said fall, so I mean it's still technically summer, yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to them adding new or more mutations. I mean, acidic assault will be pretty fun because one, it's mainly bloats, but I feel like you get a lot of resource drops just from bloats anyways. But, or, having, the cis, or, what was it? I don't think it's called cis, horde, the horde mutation would be fun too, because it's just all clots and cis, so it's not a big deal, but it'll be pretty funny. Hellfire again, so I'm assuming every 2 weeks, I mean, they're gonna be giving us, like, a new, I don't think I even repaired armor that way. Okay, well, whatever. I'm just kind of hoping that it's not like every 2 weeks you get to do the new mutation, because it seems odd that they did Bloodbath back to back, and then they did Massacre, but then Massacre was only one time, and then yeah, I mean, it's just kind of weird, So, I'm just hoping that they, put in the other fun mutations, because Hellfire, once again, is... I mean, at least it's on a different map, to say the least. I mean, that's fine, but... I don't know, a new mutation would have been a bit better. I feel like this is like the same conversation I have whenever I see, like, a repeat mutation happen. If I'm being completely honest. Like, my track record for this isn't that great, to be honest, because I think I missed 1 week because I took a break, because essentially I felt like I've done everything I wanted to do in KF, but essentially now I would want to say I officially 100%ed, minus the fact that I didn't max out, like, weapons, attachments for, like, every weapon, so... I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. It's just been, like, I've done everything in the game. Did Hell on Earth on every map. But now I kind of want to basically do the same thing again, but with all the other perks too. So, obviously there's going to be a lot of adjustments happening when I do play the other perks. But, I mean, I'm I'm not in too much in a rush at the moment since I still have a bunch of the 0 to 30 pretty much for the rest of the month has already been uploaded and are scheduled to upload on their respective days. The only thing that really has me coming back is essentially the weeklies, but obviously if they keep putting in the weeklies like the same thing over and over again, then it's gonna be a big yikes for me, because then I'm just gonna be playing the same weeklies every time and not, you know, having fun with the new ones. So obviously I feel like the Horde would be pretty much a fun one since they could really amp up. Why is this not being destroyed? I am shooting at it. Okay, yeah. The Horde mutation will be fun and hilarious. Ramp up the spawns, to be honest, because then it will be more interesting. Or maybe just switch it up to like Hell on Earth or something, but I don't know, I just feel like having it on hard seems very, I mean, it's not bad, and it's not, you know, hard is like a good medium between normal and Hell on Earth, but in KF2, I think they did like a mutation with, you know, like you could do like specific guns, they could do like specific perks can only run it, you know, that type of deal, because I feel like that will be interesting at least. Then it would have like people not like run the same perks every single time, which essentially I'm trying not to do at the moment, so, but I'm avoiding the firebug like the plague, but it's fine, you know. But basically though, I do feel that, what is happening here? Oh, I do feel like, you know, Hellfire is a fun one, but I mean, I'm not much of a fan of the husks, but whatever. Like that. Them doing their mortar strikes like that's something I'm not a fan of, but that's fine. But Acidic Assault will be a cool one too. It will be pretty fun to kind of see a lot of boats show up more than anything else. Horde, I mean, I've just been talking about the Horde mutation. That'll be great, you know. Tripwire, please.
That's the way.
Increase spawn rates for it, you know. That'll be so much fun, because I think they did do something like that with KF2. I think, I don't remember. I didn't really paid attention to KF2 weeklies as much, since I primarily only really played, or I started to only play on Hell on Earth primarily, and not really focused on the weeklies as much, because once I got the cosmetic for it, I just kind of like, I don't need to play this anymore. Essentially, that's how I felt. Plus, I had all the perks already maxed out already, and I was just like, I don't really need to do the weekly anymore, because I already have it maxed, all perks maxed out, already got the cosmetic for it. So I just feel that if there's no cosmetic like rewards for the weeklies, I feel like it's just kind of better to just kind of give us something new, essentially. Not like new as in like, oh, I want new cosmetic items for everyone. And essentially they did mention that they were working on like doing universal cosmetics for everyone, for all the characters, so I mean that's pretty nice, kind of like what they did with KF2. But all in all, I just feel like it felt, I don't know, I mean, it's Hellfire is fun, but I would rather have something new, because right now, like I said, it's kind of like a bit of a drought in terms of content for KF3, since obviously seeing seeing Hellfire again after the first week of it being released, but now it's in a new map, feels a bit odd. I don't know if they mentioned it in any like forums where they said that they specifically are going to be doing specific weeklies every 2 weeks or so. So like you get to do, like, if you're having I guess if you're having issues playing on one map, whatever, then you can play it on a different map and still experience the weekly. I don't know, could be wrong, but I don't know, two weeks of the same weeklies has been kind of like been draining, if I'm being completely honest with you. I mean, that's just my thoughts. I mean, I guess some people might like doing Hellfire so they can use it for XP gain, essentially, or like bio damage. So essentially, they can use it for, you know, like medic, essentially. Because like the XP gain is still the same for the weeklies, anyways. Like as long as you complete them, it's like you still get a good amount of XP just by doing the dailies while you're at it too. So you're killing like 2 birds with 1 stone, essentially. And this, can you come up, dude? Am I really gonna have to wait for him? Oh, what? He jumped on the other side. Well, yeah, I mean, it's the weekly. I mean, there isn't really much to really talk about. I do like, I feel like if they were gonna do like variations of the how would you say, of the mutations for the weeklies, I feel like if they did it more or less like slightly different, so like last week was like the same thing, minus 25% as a debuff. I feel like if they maybe do this week, oh, this one had a grenade launcher. I didn't even know that. Okay, I'm keeping this one because this one's a grenade launcher. I didn't even know. I forgot. I forgot I put a grenade launcher on that. That's all I was saying. Was that if, you know, obviously if they do end up, you know, potentially using the same mutation, they could give us a different debuff because the different debuffs are there. So like maybe we could do Hellfire, like just variations in terms of like weekly mutations debuffs, because obviously the mutation is going to be the same, right? My only concern is the fact that if the mutation is going to be the same, then why don't we, you know, have a different, I don't want to say like weekly, but a different debuff. This is a debuff with no attachments on the guns, right? So I just feel like maybe if they, you know, decided to, for some reason, wanting to put a different debuff, so it's not the same thing, you know, every single time. It's like, oh, it could be Hellfire, right? But with like, oh, you can't have any attachments on your guns, right? That type of stuff, you know. I mean, something very simple. I mean, it's simple saying it, but obviously, like, when you put it into practice, it can be a bit different in terms of like how people will take it and all that. But I just feel like they should probably do something different, you know, like, I mean, just to give variation in terms of like playing it, you know, not just like minus 25% on healing with syringes and stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like it's just kind of wasted having like the no attachments on, or you can't use your perk gadget, you know, that type of stuff. Like really, you know, make it more interesting in that way. But I mean, weekly's finished, not a big deal, easy peasy. We get XP from that, but we don't need it. But I already broke 100 in terms of the supply pass, so I mean, like I said, pretty much everything is pretty much done. Like I'm not stressing at this point. I mean, I have everything. 2,000? What in the world? I hit 2,000? From what? There was only 8 bloats in that entire match. What? But yeah. So yeah, that was the week. That was a weekly. It was pretty fun. I mean, Hellfire once again, not a big deal. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, hopefully, maybe they might end up later on down the road add variations to the debuffs or to the actual buffs as well. Because obviously, like normal Hellfire is increased fire damage in general and increased husk spawns, while the mutation wise, it's bio damage increase and Z heat damage increase. So obviously the no revives is going to keep coming up for the weekly mutations, but obviously if they give us like only no attachments, you know, something different that's not the same as like the last one, you know, like last week's. Because if they're just going to rotate through the same weekly mutations, possibly just giving it a more of a challenge would feel fresh and different. At least like it might be a simple fix. Like, how I'm explaining it sounds very simple because obviously all they have to do is just swap out the minus 25% syringe healing to no gadgets, no tools. You get what I mean? Something very simple, so that it doesn't always feel like I'm just playing this just to play it to get the XP. And I want something kind of different. But anyways, yeah, that's the end of my rant for the weekly situation.